Right, yeah.
So try not to knock the camera, okay, when you're
I'll try not
when
to.
you're slurping your coffee.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, first sip, gosh. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I love Rocket Dog Coffee. Hey, it's Mark Shepard and Lew Shepard, and we are here with Do-It-Yourself Health. And I wanted today to continue a little bit, at least, and try to keep it brief, of the vital nutrients discussion we were having, I guess, one program ago.
Yeah.
And we had talked about certain nutrients that we have to have.
Yes.
9 of the multiple amino acids.
Yes.
And omega-3s and omega-6 in the right balance, and how our American diet is quite heavy in the in the omega-6s. We need the omega-6s, but maybe we don't need as many as we're getting. And so that's kind of to sum up what we've talked about. And I wanted to talk about what are the other vital nutrients. Just let's talk about one other one. So this will be part 2 of our vital nutrients. And did I say this is Do-It-Yourself Health? Did I say that?
Yeah. Yes,
Lew
you
and Mark
did.
Shepard?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Okay.
I'm so excited by my coffee that I forgot what I even said.
Oh, you know, in our discussion about essential amino acids, they're proteins, okay? And there are 8, not 9, but 8 essential amino acids. And we have to get all of these at the same time in order for them to work properly.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
So here's the deal on protein supplements. A good whey protein supplement would be rated at about 17
Okay.
on a scale of 1 to 100.
Right.
If I remember the number right, breast milk is 47,
Okay.
and eggs are probably 47.
Okay.
Okay. This guy, Dr. Frank Schallenberger, he writes a newsletter. I believe the name of it is Second Opinion. He also is a kind of a representative for a supplement company. And he and the supplement company are selling a protein supplement. And they call it Perfect Amino.
Okay.
Okay? And on a scale of 1 to 100, this supplement is rated at 99.
Whoa.
Okay? And then he likes to, in the, the blurb,
Right.
if you want to put it
The
that way.
description of it, or the
Yeah,
the promo.
yeah, the promo thing about this is that and he uses this as an example. He says, if you were in the business of making bicycles
Yes.
and you had 2 tires,
Yes.
you could only make 1 bicycle.
Yes.
So, unless you get all of the 8 essential amino acids in the right proportions.
The bicycle.
Yeah.
If you have 2 tires, you can build 1 bicycle.
Right. So you have these 8 essential amino acids. If you only have a little bit of one of those essential amino acids, you could only build a little protein.
Okay. So these what I'm hearing is that amino acids are like the building blocks
Yeah.
of protein, And
Yeah.
protein is like what's in our muscles.
Yeah, and everything else.
And
in our
everything
body.
else that we're built out. We're built out of proteins.
Right.
And so these amino acids enable our body to literally exist and to function.
Yeah, right.
That's why they're essential.
That's why they're essential, is because you have to get all 8 of the essential amino acids in the right proportion
Right.
in order to really build muscle.
Okay.
And this
So
is,
why aren't we taking his supplement every day in our Rocket Dog coffee?
well, it costs about $30 a month for this
well.
one. And
But if it's
I
so
think
much better than everything else,
you need to take a 5, I think it's a 5 gram dose of this stuff. Well, I've been procrastinating about
or getting it.
buying it.
Well, we're not here to promote anybody's
No.
stuff, but we
No.
are here to try shit out.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We're here to try stuff out.
Yeah.
So I think it would be interesting because I want to get back to. I spent the last 3 months moving,
Yeah.
and that was my exercise program because I was lifting and carrying and pushing and pulling and I just didn't have the time or the energy to get back to my exercise. But I want to get back to some exercise. I'd like to get back to where I was last summer. I gained
Get
a
rid
little
of
bit
that.
more.
Yeah.
And I want to do a music video for my Running in Rain song. Mm-hmm. And rather than use stock video, I want to be in the video. I want to take this camera and put it on the selfie stick and run.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to be in some kind of... And plus, I'm again starting my series for peak performance athletes for their mental conditioning stuff. Mm-hmm. So it would be appropriate to try this out. And I'd like to learn about it some more, and so I'd like to do some research and see what information you have about it.
Yeah.
Because again, the reason we're doing this is not necessarily to entertain the public or to educate the public, but this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is like, I count on you to know this stuff because it's not my main area of focus.
Yeah.
So that like you're not studying video editing.
No, I'm not.
Or music, right? So that's what I love about hanging out with you all the time is that we complement each other, and I wanna know the stuff that works, and I don't want to get tangled up in too many details.
Yeah.
But we need enough detail to know that we're on the right track. So this guy has basically said, a good whey protein, is a 17 or whatever he said.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Mother's milk is, what was it, a 46?
47 or something.
Or 47, and eggs are pretty high as well.
Yeah.
But what he's done is he's taken it to the next level, and supposedly, is this something we're going to be able to feel? Like, how do you know
Well,
that it's not just some guy making hype,
okay. Well, the reason I'm interested in these protein supplements is as we age, we lose.
Which is it's gonna happen to you someday.
No, well, it's already happened.
No, I know. I'm just being silly.
And we lose muscle mass as we age, and they've got a name for this. The medical people have a name for this, and it's called sarcopenia.
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 Sounds dirty.
The loss of muscle mass
As
due
we
to
age.
aging.
Right.
And if you're really interested in cutting down on some of the effects of aging, this would be a good way to do.
Well, I think it would be fun
Because
to try out.
Everything that functions in our body is made of protein.
Wow.
The digestive enzymes, the hormones, everything.
The cell walls.
Cell walls, yeah, sure, everything is made.
Right.
We got to have protein, and that's our.
And some people get too much protein,
Yeah, right.
but
Well,
maybe not the right combination of things. Or...
Right, and in going back to this bicycle thing. Well, if you have just a little bit of one of the essential amino acids, you can make some protein, okay? But the other excess amino acids gets turned into sugar, which we get too much of anyway.
So that's why if you're like doing too much protein, and your body can't actually use it, then it actually turns that into glucose or some form of sugar, and then if you can't use that, then it goes into fat. Is that my lay person's understanding?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so I think this is a very good explanation of, so we're supposed to get so many grams of protein a day, right?
Right.
Okay. You can get that amount.
Yeah.
But unless those amino acids are in the proper ratio, it's not all
it's a little off.
That great, you know?
Okay, so I have a different analogy. As a musician, it's like playing, you can play the right chords.
Yeah.
But if you're playing the right chords but not playing all of them, it's not going to sound good. Or if you're playing them in the wrong place at the wrong time, it's not going to sound good. And what I'm getting from my brain is that this guy's come up with a formula that literally kind of sequences and allows the aminos to actually perform or to be expressed in the right way at the right time in the right amounts, so that your body can actually utilize them and turn them into what it needs, rather than going, oh, what do we do with this? Let's throw it to the liver or whatever. Am I getting...
Yeah,
okay. All right.
That's good. That's good. And he used as another example a friend of his who was a medical doctor and also an Iron Man exercise freak.
Right.
Okay. He found that his times were going down in these...
meaning improving.
Yeah.
Getting shorter.
Yeah.
For things that would take...
No, I said that wrong.
Okay.
His
performance was
going down.
Was going down, less good.
Yep. So once they put this formulation together and he started taking it, his times improved.
Right.
Okay. And he could tell that he was gaining muscle mass.
Okay.
And that's pretty easy to figure out if you do some measurements and stuff like that, especially, fat content and dimensions.
Yeah, I mean,
sort of
I've measured myself, so I would know.
Yeah, sure.
And I just do much better when I have a collaborator, which is why we're doing this every day, because I have you. And I go, oh, if I don't do it today, Dad's going to go, when are we going to do that? Right. So to be able to do that, and I want to go with you tomorrow. Okay. If it works out to your workout.
All right.
And see if we'll do tomorrow's video while you're doing your workout.
Okay. All right.
But so I'd like to try this guy's stuff. Why not? Let's explore it and let's keep track. You're good at keeping numbers, and I'm going to start. During the move and stuff, I stopped keeping track of my daily weight and all that stuff. So I want to get back in that, and I want to encourage anybody who's watching us to go, hey, try this with us. Try some form of it with us, Start keeping track of where are you now, and let's give it 30 days and check in and see where we are. So, cool.
Yeah, thanks. Right. Well, I just want to go back to that guy that does these, whole bunch of these Ironman triathlons. He gave some of this supplement to a friend to check out his where he was in the ability, he would do a 145-mile bike ride.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long that would take him, but he knocked a half an hour off that time.
Wow, significant.
So he was impressed
Nice.
that it was really functioning.
So that was the friend of the Iron Man guy. So and the Iron Man guy
Yeah.
also found his stuff was improving as well.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you can get me some links, or I can find
I could.
where some of that stuff is
Yeah.
online, so I can hook people up
Sure.
if they want to explore it on their own. And again, this kind of sounds silly, but we are not promoting any product here.
No.
The only sponsor we have is Rocket Dog Coffee.
Yeah.
We are merely exploring it for ourselves and sharing this process with anybody who's interested, including my kids. My daughter is getting close to finishing up her PhD in physical therapy.
Yeah.
And my son is riding his bike every day in New York City and, doing his own version of Rocket Dog Coffee and, healthy meats. And we're smoking a pork shoulder today, a pastured pork shoulder.
Right.
And so it's a process of literally falling in love with life.
Yeah.
And exploring and experimenting and finding out, well, this helps or that doesn't. I did invest like $300 2 years ago in the Bulletproof Coffee Guys supplements. And I did feel an improvement.
Yeah.
I found it a little hard to justify spending $300 a month.
Yeah.
But I could justify $30 a month.
Sure.
I could justify $100 a month on a combination of supplements and stuff, and we'll get into that in the future.
Yep.
But that's cool. So, so this has been part 2 of Essential Nutrients. We didn't get to the others, but we did talk more about amino acids, and we're up to 20 minutes at this point.
Wow.
But the question I kept having, and maybe this is irrelevant, and that is amino acids, fatty acids. Like, why are they all acids? Like, what does the acid have to do with anything, or is that too big a question, or a question for another day? Yeah, I can tell it's a question for another day.
Well, that's
why not just call it aminos or essential fats? Why the acids? Where are the acids, and why is it
all of the proteins contain nitrogen? Okay, and that's where you get the amino things from. That is a kind of a chemical designation that it contains nitrogen. Okay. Fatty acids do not contain nitrogen. Okay. So.
But yeah, that is a question for another day.
Yeah,
but
right.
I want to know, why aren't they called, and I've heard some people talk about the whole acidic versus alkaline in your body chemistry and all that kind of stuff. So that's a whole other topic for another whole other day. I don't think we're ever going to run out of stuff to talk about.
Not when there's over 150 or maybe even as many as 190 essential things that we need, our bodies need.
All right.
Okay.
So good.
And that's going to force me, if you're going to ask me these technical questions, it's going to force me to do some more learning.
Well, good.
Too,
That's good. Well, that's the whole idea.
Yeah,
because I can't handle too much detail, but you're a chemist. Like, you have a scientific background, that I think is really helpful to have on our team.
Yep.
And, I want to keep it simple.
Yeah. And short.
We can start simple.
Yeah.
And then there's a progression of, if, it's kind of a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That you do want to go down into if you are committed to your own lifelong health, which I am. I'm in my late 50s, and I want to be healthy and productive to the very end of my days, and I've got so much music in me like I have 569 songs.
Yeah.
And I've only recorded maybe 100 of them, and I've only recorded on my own, like in my own arrangements, a small fraction of that.
Yeah, right.
And so I got a big project, and I need energy, I need alertness, and I need really good health. I need to take care of my lungs and my vocal cords and my brain, so that's my motivation.
Yeah.
Somebody else may want to, see their grandkid graduate from college or graduate school, or someone else may want to climb a mountain, or someone else may want to, paddle their kayak around Ireland or something. I don't know. But to look at life as an opportunity and a blessing and a chance to make a positive difference in the world, to me, that excites me. That's some of what you instilled in me as a kid. And so let's start and let's begin and let's practice what we're talking about. So,
Okay.
All right, so that's it for today.
Okay.
You got anything else to say?
Only goodbye.
Goodbye. This has been Do It Yourself Health with Lewis M. Shepard and Mark L. Shepard, and we would love it if you would leave a comment below. If you have a question, go ahead and ask it. We'll do our best to cover it. And if you can just give us that thumbs up thing, that really helps, and it tells YouTube that, oh, this is information that someone actually wants to hear, so that we can help more people like you and like ourselves and engage the world in this discussion of health, nutrition, peak performance, mastering your mind for a change, and singing your song, whatever your song is, whatever that means to you while you're here, and to enable yourself to do the things you want to do on this wonderful journey called life. Thanks so much. Peace, grooviness, over and out, and
Goodbye.
goodbye. Boom.